we both talked about how we could increase and disseminate more rapidly food shortages. In addition to
Have you seen her reach or anything?
Just a quick update.
We
It's
see her teeth
Saturday, I
first.
believe, and here's the truck I've been driving for the last few days for Wilson Logistics. This trailer just was assigned to us from Kraft over at the Kraft Foods plant, and we're delivering it here to what's called the Springfield Underground. And that is, as you can see behind me, this giant cave that's big enough to house hundreds of these trucks and trailers. There's a train track running through here. Just to give you an idea,
and we have food
there's
shortages,
a regular
guys.
sized truck.
Think about
See
that.
how tall that is up there. It's just incredible. Anyway, having a great time, learning lots.
I'm sure there's some of you out there that knew about this place, but for the majority of us, I don't think we knew about this place. So I watched a video of a high-ranking guy taking this news agency around in this underground facility. And what he said is this place is so big, they have upwards of 500 employees. And he said that they have 500 to 600 trailer trucks come through there daily. I mean, look, is this not crazy? I mean, I've never seen anything like it, and it's gargantuous. He also said in this facility that it's primarily food. Like you saw in that video with that truck driver, Kraft Food is contracting out this other truck business to take food down there. And this is not ran all by one company. All of this space down there is leased. It's leased to whoever buys it, probably to the highest bidder in some cases. Now it gets really interesting here in a minute, but he also says that they're expanding another 1 million square feet. They've already got 3.5 miles of road system down there. Some of you might be asking, well, where in the heck is this? It's called
Milk farmers dump all their milk all over the ground.
Missouri,
I mean,
and the guy
thousands
also
of
said
gallons,
that they
guys.
have another location on the west side that they're developing that I don't think too
Bill
many
Gates
people know
is the
about.
largest
Even the people
farm
that know
land
about this
owner
one.
now
So not
in
only
the
do they
United
got
States.
500 to 600 trailer trucks coming
Think about
through
that.
here a day,
You know what kind of
they've
guy that
also
guy
got
that he is?
BNSF coming through with trains.
He wants all of us to be eating bugs
coming through
by
the
2030.
underground. I mean, look, they've
And
got
loving
huge
it.
railroad track systems that come through here and deliver huge boxcars.
I'm not joking about that.
The main guy also mentioned that they have a huge area down there that has a huge stockpile of PPE, personal protective equipment, in case of a catastrophe and emergency. Now, I know a lot of you people are shocked about this. Like, I had no idea that this place existed. And the crazy thing is it's so deep down into the ground.
These things
Look how
run
deep it
from
is.
one
I mean,
west
that
coast
is
to the east
considered
coast, all over the
underground.
United States.
So with that, there's a
We have
lot of
underground
people out
tunnels
there
in
that are
cities.
suspicious about
But they're not
everything
for
that
us,
goes on
believe
down
that.
there because it's a restricted area, gates and everything. One person mentioned that there's a lot of cover-up companies that are ran by the GOV that lease a ton of space and are stockpiling tons of food down there. Stockpiling food during food shortages or expected food shortages, maybe even causing or justifying some of the food shortages. Now, I don't know if these suspicions are accurate, but having 3.5 miles of storage down there does seem a little suspicious. And given the feeling that that truck driver had going down there, with a big company like Kraft contracting out private trucks to bring tons of food down there, now it might be completely normal, but like I said, there's tons of suspicion on who exactly is leasing a lot of this space. And the president did say that they had a long conversation about increasing and disseminating more rapidly food shortages. Very ironic that that would be caused, right? And that's the buzz right now. Tucker did a thing last night. Check out what he had to say.
Last spring in March at a press conference in Brussels, Joe Biden explained that the sanctions he was imposing against Russia, while morally necessary, were also going to cause food shortages around the world, including here in the United States. It's going to be real, he said. Now, Biden said this in a very odd way. There was no hint or panic, emotions you'd expect from a leader predicting the deaths of human beings from starvation. None of that. He said there was pure, nonchalant casualness. Biden could have been describing the weather or a trip to the dry cleaners. It's going to be real. When he met with the group, Biden
he's a good president.
He spoke about, quote, how we could increase and disseminate more rapidly food shortages.
He doesn't care about the United States, but
at
least he's slow.
Verbatim.
And, you know, on a positive
note, here you have the president of the United States
senile.
pledging to increase food shortages at a press conference. Now, that seemed like a newsworthy event. but not a single news organization in this country seemed to notice it happened, nor did the White House correct it. But others were watching, so within days, that clip wound up on social media, and Facebook flagged it immediately as, quote, false news. Now, strictly speaking, that's untrue. There's nothing false about the video. It was entirely real. No one can test that. But apparently, Facebook users were supposed to understand that Joe Biden is senile, and therefore he's not accountable for his own words.
See?
Taking Joe Biden literally qualifies as, quote, misinformation. Now, we'll leave that whole episode for you to assess. We can't know what Joe Biden was thinking, if anything, when he uttered those words in Brussels. We can only tell you what happened afterward. Strange disasters began to beset food processors all over the United States. In April, the next month, the headquarters of one of this country's largest organic food distributors was destroyed in a fire, cause unknown. The next month, in a single week actually, 2 separate private plane crashes took out 2 separate food processing centers. One plane hit a General Mills plant in Georgia, the other plane hit a food plant in Idaho. By the way, back in February, a boiler explosion obliterated a potato processing plant in Oregon, and so on. So even people who aren't given to connecting the dots, who don't think of themselves as conspiracy nuts, begin to wonder, is there something here?
There you have it, guys.